Good morning, class. Let's start with a new chapter today, essay competition. See, this chapter is about this girl, Ria, and she took part in the essay competition and she's won the prize. She has got the first prize, and her essay was selected by the principal of the school herself, right? Ria was really excited to know that even the principal and the teachers they appreciated her, and the principal even told her that if your parents allow, then of course I'll put your name forward for the national level of competition. That means you can understand her writing skills were excellent. Now, this girl, she was very happy, very excited to know that her essay was selected and she won the first prize. So, when she goes back home, we can see that she's talking to her mother. She's excited. She's telling her mother about what the teachers had to say, how she won the first prize, what the principal ma'am has said, and she even reads her essay to her mother. Now, this essay that she has written and the essay that has got the first prize is about water pollution, right? So, she'll be reading the whole essay. So, while reading the chapter, we'll come to know about different reasons of water pollution, how it can be avoided, and everything, right? So, in this chapter, it is, and apart from that, this chapter is in a dialogue form, right? Like a role play. So we have dialogues of the mother and the daughter as well, right? So it's a nice chapter. It is more about water pollution and how we can control it. Okay, so let's go through it. This is the story of a young girl who won the first prize for her essay on water pollution in the school competition open to all the students of classes 5 to 8. It is presented in the form of a skit, right? A small role play, a dialogue held between the mother and the daughter after the daughter comes back from school tired and hungry. Ria had just come back from school after a long day full of action and excitement. So, this girl, she was really excited. She comes back home. She tells everything to her mother. The result of the essay competition held last Friday was out, and she had won the first prize. So she's the lucky girl. She's the one who won. She's the one who actually won the first prize, right? All the students as well as teachers congratulated her, and her principal ma'am told her that she'll get Ria's name entered for a national level competition if her parents agreed. So Ria is really excited. The whole day was exciting. She is the one who got the first prize for the essay competition. All the students and the teachers, they were congratulating her. They actually, and she's all filled with excitement and happiness. This encouraged Ria a lot, and she came back home almost running to tell her mother all about it. So she was really excited. She came back home running, all excited. She wanted to tell her mother what happened in the school. Ria. Now it is in the form of a dialogue, so you have to understand that will there are dialogues, right? It's a kind of a role play. Ria, Mama, you know what? My essay on water pollution had been judged as the best entry and has fetched me the first prize. So she's really excited. She tells her mother that, see, mother, my essay was the best essay and they have given me the first prize. Mother, oh, how wonderful. Congratulations. Please read it out to me as I make the dinner for us all. So mother, she was busy in the kitchen. She was cooking food, and Ria was really excited that she won the first prize. So she goes to her mother. She tells her that I've won the first prize. And her mother tells her that that's wonderful, right? I want you to read the essay to me. Ria, I sure will. So Ria was really excited and she wanted to read the essay to her mother. Though extremely very means she was extremely tired. This poor girl, she was very tired, but she was very excited. Ria goes to her study table, takes out the essay from her school bag, which she had dumped on it as she had entered, and begins to read it aloud. Now, Ria, she rushed back to her room, she opened her bag, and she got the essay. Water pollution, a slow but steady killer. So, that was the topic of her essay. What is water pollution? It is the combination of streams, lakes, other water bodies, and even the underground water by harmful agents which can damage to all the living beings. Yes, of course, if we talk about water pollution, we all know about water pollution in general, right? We all know about it, we've heard about it, we've seen it. So here she's reading it to her mother, and let's see what is it that is given here. As water is essential to life on earth, it is a phenomenon to be avoided at all cost. All kinds of organisms are found in water as it supports life. But what gives life can take it as well. Yes, water pollution is a great threat to human civilization today. The major water pollutants can be classified into three categories: physical, biological, and chemical. So she's reading all about the essay. She says that, the essay says that, water gives us life, but water is the same thing that can take our lives as well if there is water pollution. So we have to be very careful when it comes to water. Now, there are major water pollutants, and they're divided into three. We have physical, biological, and chemical water pollutants. The most harmful of these three is the chemical pollution. We all know about different kinds of pollutions. We have seen the pollution, right? So if we talk about the water from the rivers or the streams or the lakes, if you go out, you must have seen how polluted they are during these times, right? They are actually polluted. You just cannot go and drink water from a river or from a lake, without getting it filtered. You cannot. Why? Because it is polluted. Not only polluted because of the chemicals from the factories and the industries, but also because of the biological factors, because of the physical factors. There could be reasons. You can see things floating around, and you can see the dirt, you can see the garbage dumped into the water. So there are different reasons why you just cannot go and drink that water. See, they've given it here. The most harmful of these three is the chemical pollutant. Chemicals made use of to kill harmful insects and germs pollute the water bodies when they flow into them. So we use chemicals so that we can kill harmful insects and germs. But these chemicals, sometimes they get mixed with the water, they flow with the water, and it can be harmful for humans as well. This in turn harms human beings and animals who use it. So if there's a chemical that is floating in the water, if any animal drinks it, then it becomes harmful and a kind of a poison for those animals. Widespread use of pesticides for agricultural purposes at times leads to the pollution of the drinking water. Yes, of course, for the agricultural purpose also, the farmers, they use chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers, anything, and if it is mixed with the drinking water, it becomes a harmful component. So it is very harmful, right? Nitrate, a pollutant present in fertilizer effusions, can cause serious damage to the babies in the form of anemia. So there are different chemicals that may, actually travel into the water, and then they can harm the ones who are drinking water. So it is, one of the major factors of water pollution, right? Mother, what actually is fertilizer effusion? Can you please explain? Now, I'm sure you all have doubts related to what is fertilizer effusion. So let's see what it is. This is water only, but carrying dangerous damaging chemicals which flow to the water bodies from agricultural fields. Now what happens is there's a field and the farmers, they spread the fertilizers, or when they spray the pesticides, it can get mixed into with the water and it can flow towards the rivers and the streams. So it actually pollutes water. It is indeed quite a frightening information. We will all have to be very careful about such alarming risk. So her mother was surprised to know about what? Fertilizer infusion. Ria, this is not all. There is much more to come. She carries on reading. Now she's still reading the essay. Let's see what is more there. Heavy metals such as copper, lead, mercury, etc. enter water from several sources like automobile, exhaust, industries, mines, and natural soil. When these harmful elements reach high levels in the body, they bring in long-term health problems. For example, cadmium used in fertilizers can be absorbed by crops. So there are different chemicals that can be absorbed by the crops, and when we eat those crops, it can harm us. Right? Apart from that, there are industries, even they, you know, actually throw their waste in the water bodies, and they have underground sewage system that goes to the water bodies or the lakes or the rivers nearby, so it is actually harmful. Cadmium, what is that now? You should know this answer, okay? Oh, it's a silvery white metallic chemical element which is harmful for health. In fact, what happens when people consume a lot of food products made from crops grown with the use of such fertilizers is that they can become critically ill. So if this cadmium, it enters your body, so it can actually make you critically ill. It is very harmful, and even the crops, they absorb it, and if we eat those crops, then it can actually harm us. They can suffer from diarrhea, liver, and even kidney damage. The effect is more dangerous on children who are exposed to lead in water. They can be seriously affected and become mentally retarded. So these children, they only get mentally retarded, like they do get mentally retarded when they take in too much of lead. Is that clear? Mother, how very damaging. So mother, she was feeling bad and she was worried that how come this is so sad, and this water pollution can actually harm everyone, not, it's even the children, the young kids here. That is not all, there's still more. Now Ria, she's got good knowledge about water pollution. She's got some more information on that, and that's what she's about to read now. Added to this, many harmful organisms are found in drinking water. Water is often drawn from rivers, streams, and lakes to be used as a coolant in power plants and such other factories. Yes, apart from that, there are more things that can harm. How? These factories and all, they take water from the rivers and all, and they use it as a coolant for their machines. So once this water gets recycled, they then send the same water back to the river. Then this water, after being used, is returned to the main source. This definitely contaminates the water and causes fishes and other water life to die near the source of discharge. Wherever they throw this same recycled water, or water that is mixed with the chemicals, there the water bodies, there these fishes, they all die. This is not all. Water pollution is also caused by deforestation, because trees and plants purify the air by breathing in carbon dioxide, the chief source of pollution. So water pollution is also caused by deforestation. So I'm sure you know that we should not cut trees So wherever these trees are being cut down, they face this trouble there as well, right? So we just have to make sure that there's no more deforestation taking place. These trees, they purify our air, and it helps us in breathing the fresh air. So we just have to make sure that these trees are always there to protect us. From where did you collect so much information, Ria? Did anyone help you? Nobody helped me. I collected the material myself from newspapers, magazines, and the internet. So Ria, how she was able to write so much about water pollution is because she got the information from the newspapers, magazines, and even from the internet. But what is the way out? How do we save ourselves? Now, mother was really, worried about water pollution and how to save ourselves. Ria, I have not reached the end of the essay yet. However, since you're asking, let me come to that point now. In the city areas, the urban people must make conscious effort to control pollution of all kinds. So she says here, if we talk about the urban areas, the people, they should have, they should be conscious, they should be active when it comes to the pollution, and they should try to control it. They must initiate a goal to stop the discharge of all the pollutants into surface water. So these people, they should stop discharging the water, polluted water into the water bodies. They should make sure that the surface water is clean. Municipal sewage must be cleaned from time to time. Now, this sewage system is also very harmful. It is always, rooted towards the water source, into the water source, in fact. Strict laws should be implemented to compel the industries treat their waste before discharging it to the water bodies. Means even these, strict laws should be made so that the waste is actually treated before it is discharged into the water bodies. Householders should be urged to use pesticides of all kinds sparingly. This can to some extent at least reduce the contamination. In the villages too, some measures to reduce the agricultural waste volume wise should be taken. Means now here you can see Ria has given different steps to control water pollution. You should know it, make sure you remember it, go through it, keep it in points, learn it. Right, so there are different ways that she has mentioned how to treat the sewage, how to treat the polluted water, and what the village people can do, what the people from the urban places can do. So there are different steps that are mentioned here that you can do or use to avoid water pollution, right? The rest we'll do in the next video. So that is it for today. Thank you.